Hello, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to today's live video where we are going to be going over a bunch of questions about SEO, websites, online marketing, and I'm answering all of the questions that you have. So if we haven't met before, hello, my name is Charlotte and I'm so happy that you are here. And I am a web designer, developer, I'm a Squarespace SEO expert and online educator, and things are crazy right now. Like, honestly, it's absolutely wild times. So I am so happy to be here doing these daily live videos for you and answering all of the questions you have. I'm here to support you, so please do not be shy. I'd love to see you participate, answering or asking questions, and I'm so happy to help you out. Okay, so with these live videos, let's go through a few quick housekeeping things first, just so that you know what's going on, what to expect, and then we'll dive right into the other questions and the real meat and potatoes of this live video. Oh, hello, some people are joining. Oh, hello, thank you. I'm so glad you like my YouTube channel. And hello, Meg, thanks for joining. Okay, so you know me, I'm Charlotte O'Hara, and if you want to check out my website, it's charlotteohara.ca. So take a look at my website. I have tons of content, whether it's blog posts, video tutorials, free resources to help you with your website and SEO and lots of other things. So take a look at that. These daily lives, I'm doing them every single day, Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. Pacific time, and that's noon Eastern, and if you're over in Europe, that's a little later on in the day too. But you can always watch the replays here on my Instagram page. I think they're live for 24 hours, and I'll also be saving the replays so you can check them out on my website at your convenience. So with these live videos, it's basically just Q&A time. So this is your chance to ask me any questions you have about your website, about SEO, and I'm here to answer them. So you can always send me your questions by email or send them to me through Instagram. Use the little question box feature, whatever it is. I'd love to hear from you. The format of these live videos is, this is the last thing I'll review, then we'll dive into the questions. The last thing that, the format we're doing is we have 3 parts. So first of all, I'm going to be answering all of the questions that come in through Instagram DMs and email. A lot of you guys have been emailing me like, oh my God, I got so many questions that I'm going to do my best to answer as many of them as I can, but wow, I'm so excited that you guys are participating. But first we'll do the Q&A. Second of all, I'll give you a tip or something actionable that you can do right now that will have an impact on your website or on SEO. And then third, I'll open it up, and if there are any questions, I'll answer those. So that's what you can expect in these live videos here. So let me take a little look here, what's going on. Oh, hello, I am a bad listener. Okay, Rory, that's fine. Onboarding a client. Okay, I'll get to that towards the end. Okay, Freddie. Hold on. Have a good day, miss you. Miss you too, bud. Seriously, I wish I was there. Okay, so now let's get into the questions that have come in over email or through DMs, because there were a lot of them, and I'm really excited that I can answer these for you. So the very first one comes from Aaron. And Aaron says, why should I care about SEO right now? And Aaron, I kind of love just how blunt you are with this question. You're like, why should I care? There's enough other stuff going on. And the answer is this. Okay, so if you have a website, the goal of the website is to get people to visit it, right? Of course you want to have information on your website, but you also want people to actually find it and be able to see you on the internet. So SEO is an amazing way to actually get in front of all of those millions or billions of people who use the internet every day, right? So with SEO, it's basically you are improving how your website shows up in search results for specific search terms. So this is going to be really important, especially if you're serving maybe a local audience. You want to make sure that you show up at the top of your city or region's listings. Or if you're selling online products, of course you want that if someone types in your specific item, that you're going to show up in the search results. And the higher you show up in search results, the better it's going to be, because more people will visit your website, which in turn means more sales, more inquiries about your services, more people opting in to follow your business, and all of that. SEO is also a free tool or free strategy that you can use for online marketing, and especially important if you compare that to something like paid advertising. So now when everything's going a little bit crazy, you probably want to be mindful of your marketing budget, and SEO is a great way to do it. And if you want to know more about SEO, like I know that this is just like, I'm giving you a little bit of overview here, but if you want to know more about SEO, go to my website, charlotteohara.ca. I have tons of blog posts, video tutorials, and like free resources that you can get. And so take a look at that, and then hopefully that will convince you that like, Erin, you should actually care about SEO right now if you have a website. Okay, so now let's move on to the second question that comes from Beatrice something. Hello, thank you for your question. It says, when naming each one of your website pages, should you do it with keywords or full sentences? So this is a good question. Naming each of your website pages. So a page name, for anyone that's watching this and maybe doesn't know, your page name would be something like your home page or your about page or services or blog, or, if it's maybe a bit more specific, it could be like portrait photography sessions, like, or custom floral arrangements, or like intellectual property services. Like those would be specific pages that you have, and a page name is how it's named on your site. So Beatrice, I think what you actually mean is more so like, because you're not going to put a full sentence for the page name, right? Like it's just something short and sweet there. So maybe you're talking about like the page descriptions, especially if you're using a platform like Squarespace. So if you're doing that, you would fill out the page description section. And in that part, I would advise, do not just like keyword stuff. Don't like shove a bunch of words in there. It's better to, in the page description, to actually use natural language. So that's a really, really good point. You can think about the keywords that you associate with a particular page and try to incorporate those keywords into it, but don't just like shove each word in divided by like a line or a dot or something like that. So really good question there. I hope that answers it. The next question I'm going to answer comes from Stephanie. And Stephanie says, because of the pandemic, is it better to offer landing pages only as a fast turnaround for businesses rather than a full website? And then once the business gets back, then offer them a full website? Okay, so Stephanie is clearly like a web designer here, and she's wondering like how she can assist businesses right away. Okay, so in this case, I would not just offer a landing page. Personally, I think that is that's just a band-aid situation, to be honest. Like if I were you, I would say, if the business doesn't have a website at all, like they completely do not have a website at this point, I would say, let me build you. I would pitch them on a very basic website structure. I'd say, here's a 5-page thing, and try to help them out as much as you can. Like maybe you can use a template that they can fill out so that the turnaround time is really fast, right? Say like, okay, give me all of your information and I'm going to like put that into the web page content itself so that it's just a bit more valuable to them. You could, as an alternative to a landing page as well, pitch them like a 1-page, like long scrolling homepage that has all the information on it. But again, personally, like I think it's better to just do a basic like 5-page website, like the homepage, services or products, contact page, maybe like, FAQs or something like that. Like I think it would be way better and beneficial to everyone to do it that way. And then you can, again, I do like the idea of saying when things calm down, let's revisit it, but it's a band-aid solution. So in my opinion, it's better to just do a better job the first time around and give them something that can last them a little bit longer than just a 1-page landing page. So really good question, however, but I would say probably not. Okay, the next question comes from Aaron. This is Aaron the guy, not the same Aaron from the first. And Aaron says, how to get started with an email list for my business, basically. So Aaron has a website took a little peek here. Aaron has a website right now, and he has a services-based business that deals with like physical, they have like a storefront and, they do like the services here, but he doesn't have an email list. So if I were you, Aaron, I would just, if you're on a platform like Squarespace, which I think you are, then I would just use the very easiest solution is to use Squarespace's email marketing campaigns. That's something you can get started with right away. There's no integrating another like third-party email software. You can just get started right now. Like it's so easy to insert an email newsletter opt-in, like it's called a newsletter block. And if you go onto my website, charlotteohara.ca, I have a tutorial of how to get started using that. So just take a look and search there. And with the email marketing, like if I were you and I'm getting it set up for the very first time, I would put it in the site-wide footer, because that means that every single page that someone is visiting on your website, they're going to be able to see that email opt-in. And the whole reason why you're doing an email newsletter right now in particular is because it gives you instant access to communicate with your clients, right? Because think about it, not everyone is on social media. And even when you're on social media, there's things like the algorithms, so people aren't seeing all of your posts, but people check their email all the time. So if you can get their email, then you're going straight into their inbox and you're at least guaranteeing that it's gonna land somewhere. So if I were you, I think like if you've ever been on the fence about starting an email list, there's no better time than right now to do it. Okay, and then the final question that I'm gonna answer here comes from Kathleen. And Kathleen says, I have to keep updating my Google My Business profile because the store openings keeps changing. Okay, so Kathleen, that's not really a question, but I wanted to answer it here because I think it's a really, really good point. So, okay, so if anyone doesn't know, Google My Business is something that you can fill out that has all of the information associated with your business. And this is really important in particular if you have like a physical location. So you're dealing with a storefront or like an actual spot where people can come and visit your business, but also if you have different operating hours. And in this case, she's saying that she keeps having to update it to reflect like changes in the hour and things like that. And so I'm gonna say yes, you do have to keep doing that, especially in times like this where it's changing kind of like almost on a day-to-day basis. So the good thing is that if you have a Google My Business profile, it literally will take you like 2 minutes to update those things. You just go into your profile and, update the hours section of it. And so it's not a hard thing. Like, trust me, it probably just seems like a bigger deal in your head that you're like, oh no, now I have to update it. Like, trust, it's something that you can do, and it will be very beneficial because you don't want people going and doing a Google search, finding your Google My Business profile and saying, well, I thought they were going to be open till 9, or I thought that I could still visit the store, but now it's like delivery and online ordering only. So if you haven't already, definitely do what Kathleen's saying and go in and update your Google My Business profile information as often as you can. Okay. Wow. All right. So those are the 5 questions that I have received from you guys. Thank you so much for sharing them. Now let's move on to the second part of this live. Okay. So in this second part, I am going to share one really quick actionable tip or recommendation that you can do right now. And I think it's going to have a really big impact. So that tip with you is that, kind of relating to what we said before, it's that all businesses should be sending out an email to everyone on their email list that's updating people about what's going on with them right now. And in that email update, I really suggest that you give a bit of basic info in that email update, but instead direct people back to your website for more information. And on your website, you can maybe create like a special page that has all the information about any changes that are happening right now, any, if your delivery schedule is being changed, if your operating hours are being changed. On the flip side, if nothing is changed, if you're still able to completely run your business as normal, if you have an online business or you sell products and like shipping and stuff is not affected, I would put that information on there. But either way, if you haven't already, make sure that you send out an email to everyone on your email list, just giving them a general update, and send them back to your website for more information. Okay, so now we're going to move to the third part of this live, which is where I open it up to general Q&A. So if you have a question that you want me to answer on the live, you can ask it right now. I'm just going to take a look at the comments here and see if anything's come in. Okay. Oh my gosh, wow, I love everyone's comments. This is so great. Okay, so a little while back, Freddie said, can you briefly talk us through onboarding a client? I'm having trouble being efficient with time. For example, what should week 1 look like versus week 2 and building out their website? That's a really good question, Freddie. It's a little bit outside the scope of this live video, so you can always take a look at my website and my own services page and see a bit more information there. But yeah, onboarding a client. It's a little off topic here for what I'm serving, but really good question. Thank you so much for asking. Meg says email newsletters are key. This is something I'm really learning now. Yes. Okay. Amazing, Meg. I'm so happy to hear that. I completely agree. Like if you have a website, it's one thing, but also taking it a step further and doing email marketing is massive. Like this is the second time I've ever posted on Instagram doing a live video, but I send out email marketing campaigns all the time and I love it. Okay, so this is bringing us to the end of today's live video. Let's wrap it up now. So first of all, thank you so much for watching this live video. Thank you for sending in all of your questions, and reminder that I'm going to be doing another live video back here tomorrow, and that will be at 9 a.m. PST or 12 noon Eastern. So you can send me your questions, any questions that you have about websites, SEO, online marketing. I would love to hear them. So send them my way and hopefully I can answer them. The live replay will be available here on my Instagram page for the next 24 hours. So you can take a look at the replay as well. And I'll also be uploading the replay of this live to my website, which is charlotteohara.ca. So you can take a look at it there too. Yeah, so again, I'm Charlotte O'Hara. Take a look at my website, charlotteohara.ca. Watch the live video. Join me again here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. PST, or watch the replay over on my website. And don't forget to submit your questions. And that's it. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. These were wonderful and I really enjoyed it. And I'll see you back here tomorrow. Mwah! Bye. Have a great day.